Welcome, Pastor Johnathan Rubain of Couch Tales. It is such a wonderful privilege, and I'm honored to have you here.
Hmm.
Hoe is Namibia tot sover?
Namibia is great. Namibia is nice. Ik was confused. Ik het gesê dit is my derde keer hier. Ek besef nie dis my vierde keer hier.
Moenie so sê nie.
Ja,
Al die
dis my
vierde
vierde
keer.
keer. Ek was as hierdie keer, dan was ek nou so 'n maand terug hier, 'n maand of twee terug hier met my CD sales. Dan was ek hier met Seuns van Sion 2 jaar terug en 2 jaar voor dit, 2017, was ek hier vir my eerste keer by 'n conference met Bishop Wal Abrams.
Ja, ek ken hom.
So, is my vierde keer hier dis huis.
Wow.
Definitief en die manier hoe die mense my ondersteun
Ja.
is definitief huis.
Oh, so hoe is die mense vir jou?
Great. Great.
Awesome.
Great. Awesome. So vriendelik
Mhm.
en so supportive
Oh.
en ja, I mean, ek kan die Here dank net vir die support wat ons het hierso. Wat ons kry hier
Yeah, that is
by die
so
mense.
awesome.
Is great.
Now tell me, Pastor, tell me, waar het die musiek begin?
Mm.
Is dit iets wat klaar in die familie is of you just opted for it?
Was klaar in die familie. So al die Rubains maak musiek. As jy Rubain is, dan maak jy musiek.
Wow.
So al my pa se broer, sy neefs, hulle is bands en tot op my pa se een neef het saxofoons gespeel vir 'n groot jazz legend Abdullah Ibrahim. So musiek is in die Rubain familie. En ons was daai huis wat jy staan op met en jy gaan slaap met musiek. Kliphard. Dit kan nie sag is nie. En tot op vandag toe nog nie musiek sag luister. Moet hard luister. So dit was daai al die tyd naturally dit gekom.
Oh, wow.
En nou sien ek dit weer met my kinders. Sien speel drum, sing. Ja, is in die bloed.
And yeah, I wanted to ask was, besides, now I heard that your family also does jazz and what,
Yeah.
but your focus is mostly the gospel
Yeah.
and koortjies. Why
Yeah.
koortjies, Jonathan?
That's who I am. That's how I grew up. Ik ken nie anders nie.
Iets anders nie.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So dit is waarmee opgegroeid is. Stuff that you grow up with
Yeah.
is just the easiest thing to do. You cannot explain it. You know.
Yeah, it's
Jy
right.
jy weet net
Yeah.
dat jy kan dit doen wanneer jy het opgegroei met dit. So
Yeah.
dis wat dit was vir my. Ek het opgegroei met dit
Mhm.
en so dis op so maklik soos dit.
Nou ja, gepraat van koortjies en al. Ek het nou net gesien die sets van die koortjies het 'n platinum gereach. How did that feel?
Ja. Die plek Goud.
Ja,
Gold. So gold in Suid-Afrika is 15,000 copies.
Wow, wow.
En
That is
ons het dit
awesome.
verkoop soos hulle sê out of the boot.
Wow.
So ons het letterlik rondom die land gery.
Yes.
Malls, centers, kerke, wherever we could. Ons sou in malls sit vanaf 9:00 tot 5:00 en 6:00 die aand
Nee.
om CD's te verkoop.
Mhm.
En soos dit letterlik het uit die boot het verkoop
Wow.
tot in Namibia, so ek gesê het wat 2 maande terug wat ek hier was. And so it is amazing, but it cost harde werk. You know, daar was tye wat jy gevoel het, man, ek kan nie opstaan vandag nie.
Ek can give up
You
now
know,
or
ek is
something.
moeg.
Ja.
You know, maar met die genade van die Here en die hulp van die Here het ons dan deurgedruk. Pastor Roland Muggels was ook 'n paar tye saam met my.
Ja.
Lyle die ook het saam mee werk en 'n ander vriend van ons, Francisco. So soms en dan gaan ons en dan ry ons na 'n plek toe. Ons werk miskien tot 6, 7 uur die aand.
Yes.
Dan gaan slaap ons en dan môreoggend 3 uur weer op om by 'n ander plek te wees waar ons 3 ure weg is.
Ja.
So dit was tiring, dit was baie moeg, maar definitief die moeite werd.
But hulle sê mos hard work truly pays off.
Hard work pays off.
It indeed does. Nou sê vir my, how did koortjies hoor Johnathan Rubain start? How did it feel? Ja, hoe het dit begin? Because Sondags, onze koortjie tyd
Ja,
by die huis en
ja,
ons skakel in.
ja.
Daar's regtig nie 'n episode wat ek mis nie, maar hoe het koortjies met Pastor Johnathan begin? Waar was dit begin?
Kyk, like either you have to go back to the days when I had to play at everyone's 21st parties in church,
Yeah.
every 50th, every wedding, every event. You know what I'm saying? We have to go back to those days because ik vind uit man dat mensen of you know young mensen that goes into the industry, you know, that steps into the industry, wil nie meer bou nie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niemand wil meer bou nie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everyone wants this thing of how can we get it quickly? Microwave generation. How can we just get to this thing very quickly? So you have to go back to those days waar ons by elke veldtog moet speel, by elke jeugcampaign, by elke tentdiens, elke openligdiens. You know, so you have to go back there and say that is where it started. Because het begin by die sonnaskool wat ons moet leer Psalm 119 vers 9. Waarmee sal die jonglings sy pad sê, bro? Jy kon nie sy regte ding voluit sê die hele skrif nie, maar but that is what we were taught. You know what I'm saying? En wat ons geleer was om te getuig, wat ons geleer was om 'n huisdiens te lei. Daarvandaan af 'n sonnaanddiens en daarvandaan af 'n sonoggenddiens en daarvandaan af 'n veldtog of daarvandaan af die camp, hoe cool die saamtrek. You know what I'm saying? So dit begin daar, you know, en ek wil regtig die geleentheid vat op jou platform om vir jong mense en vir mense wat in die industrie wil gaan om vir hulle te laat verstaan. En ek dink in alle aspekte van die lewe is dat jy moet bou, you know. Op die regte tyd maak die Here die deur oop. Want as jy nou kyk, dit was almal daai jare met my aankom met my eie band begin in 2008, 2007 en die journey vanaf ek in die musiekbedryf gekom het 2003, you know. My eerste band eers begin het, maar van 2003 tot nou toe was nou 2021. Weet jy wanneer sy die uit of 2022 nie. But it's been at 8 years of work. Yeah, to where CakeNet calls you. It wasn't CakeNet, but it was a production company who called me to ask, listen, would you like to be interested in presenting a gospel TV show? You know, so dit is waar alles tot op daai point toe gekom het. Waar hulle my gebel het hy Vrydagmiddag, seker so 11:00. Jammer. 3 uur was ek by die vergadering. Die volgende dag was dit editing. Die Dinsdag vlieg hulle Joburg toe, presente dan CakeNet. Dit was in Februarie, Julie maand toe vir CakeNet ons moet 'n pilot doen. Augustus doen ons die pilot, Desember van 2019. Toe sê hulle ja, hulle gaan die show vat. Die sê Februarie 2021. 2020. Wat is dit nou? 2020. Toe begin ons skiet aan koortjies. You know.
It's a very inspiring program because a lot of people come there, just I can recap on it, a lot of people come with their personal stories and they share. People come there to showcase their talents, their gifts, and that inspireer nie net job. Julle moet aanhou.
Yeah.
And besides that, I wanted to know wie inspireer vir Pastor Johnathan?
Baie mense. En is nie altyd, you know what, is nie altyd gospel mense nie. Is altyd bekeerde mense nie. I believe that everything happens with inspiration. You cannot do anything unless you are very, very special and you create something that's never been done. You know, daar's uitverkiesde mense wat dit doen. You know, but I believe that everything comes from inspiration. Every song that you write, every paint that you paint, every draw, everything that you create, it comes from a place and it comes from somewhere. So obviously, um, we have inspirations like musical inspirations in terms of gospel music,
Yes.
locally and internationally. That's there. But I tend to go to documentaries. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I watch the documentaries of how they started the beats, Dre, beats by Dre, the earphones,
Yeah.
and speakers, and all of that. I watch those things on Netflix, the Defiant one. I watch it like 50 times, over and over. I watch my Netflix account. Ik ken nie movies nie. Ik kyk documentaries.
Wow.
So I love those. I like the stories where you hear that this guy came from nothing.
Yeah.
And now he is this person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even if it means tell Jay-Z story, I go check it out. And I watch it over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Because inspiration does that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
You know, how is it that a guy from Soweto can have one of the biggest shows in America? And you must understand that America works in states. So daar's TV-programme wat net in 'n sekere state speel. Of net in 2 states of so.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah se program speel in die hele Amerika.
Wow.
Verstaan?
Yeah.
So Trevor Noah is now one of the 10 most well-known people in the country.
Yes.
In America. So I want to know how it got there, and I want to know how did this whole thing start for him and happen for him. Everything is about inspiration, and obviously the Bible is our most important tool that we have for inspiration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just to be more realistic, because I'm a very realistic person, I don't like to be super holy. Oh, this guy is so holy. Oh, hy loop op die wolke. No, I like people to understand and know that I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
And I know what's happening now.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Speaking of which the Bible,
Yeah.
I wanted to know, your walk with Christ, were you forced into it, or did it just like one day, like you needed Christ in your life? How did all this start?
I grew up in church.
You grew up in church.
I grew up in church. I was born in church.
You were born in church.
All I know is church.
Oh wow! And what's your favorite Bible verse?
Psalm 150 verse 6.
Is it?
You know?
Yeah.
In Afrikaans, net goedheid en guns sal jou volg al die dae van jou lewe.
Yeah.
Maar ek sal in die huis van die Here bly.
Yeah.
Dus dat is hy gedeelte vergiet.
Ja, ons moet nie.
Want ons vergeet hy gedeelte.
Ja.
Ek sal in die huis van die Here bly tot in lengte van dae.
Yeah.
And that is, I believe that's why I'm still doing what I'm doing today, because I was introduced to Jesus Christ at a very young age. You know, so all I know is Jesus Christ, and all I know is to go to Him for anything and everything, and having a relationship with Jesus Christ. You know, and so today at 37 years old, I'm still doing His work.
Yeah.
You know, I'm busy doing His work. Where other young people are, they're not really interested in this God thing. But you must also understand, again, me being realistic. I spoke to Pastor Michels the other day, and I was like, I was introduced to Jesus Christ from birth. What about someone whose parents did not go to church? Had nothing to do with God. You know what I'm saying? And now that person grows up, does not know God, doesn't know of God, doesn't know of the church, doesn't know the power of God, does not know the Holy Spirit. And we judge him. So my thing is this: if my parents did not introduce me to Jesus Christ, would I have been saved? Do I know that answer? I don't know.
Yeah.
You see, but because my parents gave me Christ, you know, I knew of Christ, and I knew this is the best decision to make. So it came from my parents, but I don't want to be that person to judge someone who did not come from those kind of parents. Because
Yeah.
imagine for that person to get born again, it's a bit more difficult.
Yes.
You know, for us who grew up in churches, we're like, right, yes, Christ,
Yeah.
we know the truth, the way He's the truth, the way, in the life, and we get into that from a young age.
Yeah.
You know, so that is what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's who I want to be.
Yes.
I want to be that guy
Yeah.
that can sit comfortably. That person must be comfortable to sit with me,
Yes.
you know, and then ask me about this Jesus Christ guy,
Yeah.
you know, who he is and what he does.
Ja, en
You know what I'm saying?
gepraat van Jesus. Jesus was vol liefde.
Ja.
Hy was nie kieskeurig nie. Hy het met die mense gebly wat ons gedink het is baie hy mag nie met hulle wees nie. And today we really have we should not have that righteous mindset. No, we should just be normal, be ourselves with others. That's the way we can attract people to Christ.
I mean, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much because people these days are God themselves.
Oh, you can say that again.
People are God. I wish people can go and study Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Who he
as
is.
our model.
Yeah.
Who He was on the earth and who He still is.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that grace that He gives you every day, if you can only give 1% of that grace to someone else, you know, the world would be a much better place. And the church would have a much better image outside, because the image of the church is not good at the moment because of the way people represent the church. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean I can go on that thing for a very long time because that's my heart. My heart goes out to the people who's out there in the world who is saying that we need God, but you're not making it any easier on us. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus loves all of. I say, dis wat sê hy laat die reën val op die regverdige en die onregverdige. You know what I'm saying? If Jesus was like us, dan het Jesus vir sondaars lankal net die.
Yeah.
Because He can.
Yeah, he can.
God can.
He has the power.
But you know what? Hy soek sy kinders.
Baie diep.
Hy soek sy kinders. You know? So, yeah.
Ek wil gevra het enige boodskap, any message that you have for the young people out there, or for anyone out there, whether it's a musician, whether it's someone trying out there, what message would that be?
I'm still old school.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm talking about build your stage. You know, when you build your stage, then you can sing whenever you want to sing. You see, if you're always going out after opportunity, you know, you will only perform when the opportunity arises. You know, so why do I say build your stage? They say it takes about 10 years for a business to build a business and not ask for exposure anymore. So after 10 years, then you expose. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't have to ask for exposure anymore. So I'm saying build your stage, but sing waar oral jy moet sing.
Speel waar oral jy moet speel.
Speel waar oral jy moet speel.
Yeah.
You know? And that's how you get out there. You know? It's not about being famous, being big, being a celebrity, you know. Yeah, we're living in a fast world, but God honors consistency, and people respect consistency. You see, I believe that's why people take on what I do, they take on what I present. It's because they trust me. Because then they have heard of me when I was, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And they still seeing me still doing. still going on.
You know
So
where I first saw you? Sorry for cutting you. You know where I first saw you? I heard about you was on Neville D's show
yes,
when you guys were
yes,
having a Corky
Quirky
challenge.
battle. I think that
That's
was
my
in
very
2015.
yeah. It was a tydjie gelede geweest.
I think it was 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. If it was the year. But yeah, I mean, it's build your own stage.
Yeah.
Like build it,
Yeah.
build it, build it, build on that. It's like Tyler Perry says, build your own table. Because then you can, like I say, then you can like kind of like call shots and all of that. But just don't run after this fame and after, because once you get there, then what? Then what? You know, you 1 year in the industry. It's like those TV shows,
Yeah.
the competition ones.
Yeah.
So what happens there? The boy, the girl sings nicely at home, and everyone says, "Oh, you're great. You should go into these competitions." You get to the competition, you win the competition. Right now, you're a star. Right now, you're on top of the mountain because they put you on top of the mountain.
Yes.
Johnathan Rubain, Pastor Roland Michels, all of these guys, we're still climbing the ladder. We're climbing the ladder to get to the top of the mountain. We're climbing. You there now. So what now?
Yeah.
Now you're on top. Which direction can you go? There's only one direction, because you don't know how to book a studio, you don't know how to book a photographer, you don't know where to go for your profile, you don't know who to call to make a booking for a venue for a show. You don't know musicians for a band. You don't know what a musical director is. You don't know what a producer is. You have got no knowledge. And what these people do is they put you on top of that mountain. They work with you for 6 months, and then they have to leave you there because now they're focusing on the next show. You see, because now it's the new season. Now they have to work here now. And now what happens now? Now you're on top of that mountain all alone. And then we just don't hear of you anymore. You see. So climb the ladder.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. And you'll get there.
Okay. It was such an honor. But before I cut, I wanted to know, Pastor, there are times that are challenging. Especially now that we had a pandemic and all that. But there are times that are challenging in life. How do you cope? How do you handle that as a person?
Yeah, it's been challenging for many years. Like if I did music and this thing called the gospel for money, I would not have done it. You know, ek sal my lankale werk gaan kry het en seker te maak ek kry elke maand 'n salary. And dan ik was comfortable. But this is a calling, and once you accept the call, then you accept everything that goes with it. There's people that love Johnathan Rubain, and there's people that hate him. But they've never sit with me like this, but I just hate him. I just don't like him. Just don't like his style. I just don't. So, but have you sat with him for 2 minutes? No, but I just don't like him. So you kind of like have to accept all of those kind of stuff. How I deal with it, that's een way wat ons ken. Ons gaan op ons knieën en ons los dit daar. Ons los dit daar. Daar's 'n ou koortjie gesê wat sê ons bid maar weer. Ons sal die antwoord kry. Lê alles op die altaar. Dis wat ons geleer is. And we know to deal with our problems. We have God. We have a relationship with God. We can talk to the Holy Spirit. We can talk to Jesus anytime and tell him, I'm not a type of person that allows life to get me down.
Okay. Nice.
I would have been gone. The stuff that I went through, I would have been gone. But I do not allow those obstacles, challenges, the storms in life to get me down. I have to keep going. I have to push all the
Yes.
time. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Ons gaan nou afsluit. Ik wil eigenlijk je afsluiten. Ik wil nog net praten. Maar baie dankie.
Groot plezier.
It was such an honor to have you on Couch Tales. Pastor Jonathan, it was really an honor. Thank you so much for making
Groot
time for
plezier.
us. So I hope to see you again next
Mm,
time.
Ja.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Alles van die beste
Dank u.
voor wat jullie doen hier zo.
Dank u.
En die platform wat jullie velen zelf geskipt hebben.
Ja.
En die stage wat jullie voor jezelf bouwen. Alles wat moois voor jullie. En alles wat goed is.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bless you.
Thank you.